Alright, hey everyone. This is gonna be a tutorial for the Big 20 Metroid. Beat both bosses, Ridley, Kraid, and Mother Brain. Up A is allowed if you get soft locked by accident. Otherwise, no up A is allowed, and you'll have to, if you want a death warp, that's fine, but you'll have to do it manually. Since there's a wide variety of routes you can take, I'm just gonna go over kind of my route, and then afterwards we'll point out, on the way, I'll point out various things you can grab to add some safety. I mean, the things you want for safety are going to be extra E-tanks, various suit if you're having a really hard time, but I really don't recommend various suit just because it's out of the way. You have to do like to get it quickly, you have to do a rap that you have to learn. And really, if you get bombs, there's 6 E-tanks on the way, and that should be plenty. I mean, the pros do it with 2, I do it with 3. And if you're having trouble, I mean, anywhere from 4 to 6 should be no problem if you play safe in that final room. So here we go. Let's just dive right in. If you're practicing, you want a negative 7.55 timer, and then you just hit them both at the same time. I'm not actually going to use the timer though. So let's get a safe state here. I mean, first you're holding left. Gotta grab the morph ball, just do a couple jumps up here, and boom, you got it. Should be getting it in under 4 seconds. Very easy. Go down here, roll under, jump here. This room is pretty easy. You can shoot that guy or not, it doesn't really matter. Do a jump and through the door. This room is also easy. We're gonna do a little jump. I'm gonna go over these 2 rooms here. This room I want to go over. Up to now, there has been really nothing going on. But here, we don't want to scroll the screen. So if I go down here, okay, you saw the screen scroll a little bit to the right. I went all the way over here and it moved. You want to land so that the 2 guys come down and the screen doesn't move, and you want to jump and get their drops, and then you want the screen to move. That's the order of things that you want to have happen here. Because that'll set you up later for some good patterns. If you don't get it, it's fine. You'll just get worse patterns and lose a little time. It's not a big deal. But if you notice here, there's no dude under here blocking you. Shoot that guy, pause here, and then jump over that guy, and you're through. So yeah, you don't want to go too short, or only one of them comes. And you don't want to go too far, or the screen will scroll. You want to go right on the spot where they both come, shoot them both, do a vertical jump, grab the items. That's also important. And if you want, you can do a little boost off for that guy, but that's not really needed. Optional if you want to save like half a second. Alright, so let's keep going here. Shoot, or not, doesn't matter. All through here. I like to do a little jump and shoot that guy to slow him down, and then pause here, do a standing jump there. You don't have to take that boost. Don't do it if you're ever dying in the early game. Pause a little bit, and you can even get boosted by that guy. That's also a good thing you can do. And then you're gonna have a good pattern here with none of these, man, I should have looked up the names of the things, because I forget all of them. I know the Rippers. The little yellow dudes, I forget their names, but none of them are in your way, as you can see here. And that's all because we didn't scroll. Let's scroll the screen here, let's do it wrong. Okay, I scrolled the screen, I got hit backwards, I got the drops, whatever. And now look, this dude's in the way, and you're like, oh, I gotta wait for him. No, I'm losing all this time. So that's bad. So just land here, don't scroll the screen, kill the dudes, get the drops, and go. And it'll work every time. Alright, enough of that screen. Let's keep going. Slow that guy down a little bit. Notice that when you shoot things, they do like stun them for a second. Not a whole second, but it does slow them down a bit. Alright, just a little climb here. You want to also jump the minimum distance on every one of these jumps. If you can. Like, the higher you jump, the more time you're gonna lose. If you do perfect jumps and like perfect height jumps on everything, you'll save a bit of time. Nothing really going on there. Since you killed the 2 ceiling guys correctly, that climb will be very easy. We gotta go here. We have to get missiles first, so let's ball here and then fall through that gap. So again, that was stop. This roll here. You don't have to stop. You just go ball here and then go after you pass him. don't run into it. And you want to get through the gap as well, so it's something like this. Okay, we made it. You want to stand up at the door. Notice that when you're in ball and you hit up, it slows you down, so you want to do that at the very end so as to not slow down while you're falling. Also, it's too hard to do while you're standing up, so just go ball here. Something like that. Okay, it's pretty easy. You can shoot these guys or not. I think you can just ignore them, yeah. You can shoot that guy. You want to spam kill that guy. Don't do it if you're ever dying. And see, I kind of shot that and jumped up through here. Alternatively, you could just stand here and kill him, and then go get the missile here. So that room again. One more time. You can shoot them or not. These yellow guys have 1 hit. This red guy has 2 hits, and you can kill him without taking damage. Shoot a shot, and I messed it up there, but it doesn't really matter. You shoot a shot and jump through, or you just stand there and kill him. Those are your 2 options there. Alright, here I would really recommend going for Ice Beam and E-Tank. You could go directly to Ridley's, but you're going to be doing Ridley's with 30 health and 5 missiles, which, if you know it very well, is very doable. It's not that hard, but there's very little room for mistakes. And the route I'm about to show is going to be pretty much the same speed, maybe a little faster, and much safer. So don't go right here. I would go left. And we're gonna go ahead for the Ice Beam and the Ice Beam E-Tank. Shoot that guy as you're leaving. Slow him down so he doesn't hit you. I would kill this guy. And then usually we have a really bad, like, awkward climb here where you have to kill these. What are these little yellow dudes called? But yeah, I would just shoot them. You can squeeze through there if you're quick, but usually not. It's really not that worth it. Alright, we go right here. In the sand hallway with the wavy dudes. Man, I should really pull up the manual so I can see their names, because I forget. I used to know, like, all this stuff, all their names. Now I only remember a few of the enemy names. Jump this dude. Nothing really going on here. This room can have a few patterns. If that guy's gonna hit you, slow down. Usually you can just jump through here underneath him. Alternatively, zoomers. There we go. Thanks, 404. 404 is on the enemy name duty. Yeah, this is usually what's gonna happen. Alternatively, if something messes up here, you could always just take a little drink or a little swim in the lava there, and that would be great too, because you're not gonna take too much damage for that. Nothing really going on there. Nothing really going on here. Jump that dude. Maybe hesitate a little bit. You can shoot him to slow him down so that you can surpass him here and grab that E-Tank. Alright, here. If you're going the faster route, I would go left. If you go the safer route, I would go right. I would go right and I would get the bombs. That's if you're having problems and you want safety. Maybe you're scared of the reps. Maybe you're scared of soft locking or something like that. But if you just go right from here, you go up a room and left to the bomb. Here, I'll save here and go to it, but I won't save after the bombs, maybe. So let's save here. I'll show you where the bombs are. I don't recommend getting them. unless you're having trouble. If you can't beat the goal with 3 E-tanks, then you're gonna maybe you need the bombs. Because the bombs can get you 3 more E-tanks. But it's just right after the E-tank, you go up this vertical column here, and it'll be the first door on the left here. Also, by getting the bombs, you lose all your missiles, which you need. So you're gonna have to do some missile farming somewhere. So that's gonna take a lot of time as well. The bombs are in here. Got it. And now we can bomb through walls. It also has the effect of bouncing you up a little bit. That can get you into the E-tank room after Ridley. Things like that. You can bomb through the floor instead of doing the screen wraps. But for now, I'll just point out these items that you can grab for safety. Now you're going to need to farm missiles somewhere, because we need the ice beam next. So on the way back to the ice beam, you would, I don't know, maybe kill these guys. Maybe kill this red guy. Hope to get a missile drop. And just kill everything on the way. These guys are kind of hard to kill, so maybe ignore them. This would be the time to grab the bombs. But let's go back to the... I'll just do the route that I do. So we're back at the E-tank. We didn't grab the bombs, so let's go left. Instead, this is the way that I would go. I'm just going to point out the extra things you can grab. And you can grab them if you're having trouble. So here we go, we just grabbed the E-tank, we go one room left and we're here. We want to shoot the door and then you kind of get stuck in the door. Notice, let me get a mouse going here. Notice how I'm kind of lined up on the tiles. Get my mouse cursor on. Alright, notice how I'm kind of just lined up on that tile right here. Here's the tile, and I'm just kind of lined up on it perfectly. I'm stuck in the door, and I'm on the tile. You can't be too far over to the right, or you'll get stuck in the wall. Let's put that on, and so the safest way to do the wrap is down, up, 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 down, up. Now you can do it slow like this if you want. The key is you want to do it fairly quickly. You want to hit your up fairly quickly after you hit down. If you accidentally tap right, that's fine. If you just keep down, up, down, up, down, up, then eventually you'll wrap through, and then you morph ball, and you can slide out of the wall, easy peasy. I use 2 hands. I use my left thumb on up and my right index finger on down. I'll say that again because I feel that this makes it a lot safer. If you use your thumb for everything, you're gonna be hitting extra like lefts and rights, and you might soft lock. I used to soft lock. I don't really soft lock anymore. Now that I switched to 2 hands, left hand for up, right hand for down, right index finger on down, left thumb on up, and I do something like this. You do it really fast. Alternate. You don't feel comfortable going that fast, slow it down a bit. You can just go... The important thing is that you don't go down so long that you go fully into ball before you hit up, because that'll cause the soft lock right there. So if I go, and then I hit down, and then I don't hit up fast enough, boom, now we're soft locked. We can't get out of this wall. You always have to hit up very quickly after you hit down. That's the important part. So I just alternate the buttons as fast as I can. This will be used in quite a few spots. And of course, if you grabbed the bombs already, you can just bomb through the floor here. I'm not going to tell you where because You can find it on your own. A, you can find it on your own. B, I don't really know. I think it's on the left somewhere. So anyways, we go into the ice beam room. And you don't want to... I think it's possible to shoot one of those bugs with a missile, I'm not sure, so be careful. And we grab the ice beam. Very important. The ice beam, we can now freeze enemies with a single shot. So let me do that here. Boom, got him. It's important to note that letting go of like any input at all, or applying or releasing any input will shoot out another shot, and you can be so like you freeze them and then you accidentally shoot another shot and you don't know why. You tap to be as light as you can to get the one shot to freeze them, but then another shot came out and unfroze them, and you wonder what happened. Well, it's probably because you were hitting other buttons. You just really want to not hit anything and just tap B, and you'll get a single shot. Like a tap it, little tap. Boom, that's one shot. You don't want any more shots than that when you're trying to freeze something. Anyways, enough of ice beam. Let's get out of here. Now, this part is the next thing that you'll have to decide whether you want to do it or not. I recommend this wrap here coming up. We want to go to Norfair, but we don't want to walk all the way back. Why not just wrap there? This is something that Spider Waffle showed me. So basically, as you're leaving Ice Beam, the important thing is we don't want to leave the door area, so don't go any farther right than this. The very first thing you want to do is shoot the door and, you know, line yourself up so that you get stuck in the door and you're not too far to the left, or you'll get stuck in the wall over here. You want to be out enough so that you can exit the wall. So that's the first step. Next, I'll just go over the wrap first, because I recommend this wrap. It's not too hard, as long as you know what's going on. And even if you don't know what's going on, you can just copy the inputs and it'll work. So we want to do 14 sets of down up to wrap off the screen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 14. I disappeared. That's the first time where you hit down up and you leave the screen. Now you want to go ball by hitting down. Now you want to watch the Ripper. The Ripper is here, and you're stuck in the wall like above this spot, and you're gonna fall down. You're not gonna see yourself fall down, but you're gonna fall down here. You don't want to land on this guy, so you gotta wait for him to like move over to at least the middle point here. Maybe even here is better. So as soon as he goes over to the right, I'm gonna fall down. Okay, we fell all the way down. Now we've got all these blocks. We want to jump until the entire screen is blocked, so we're just going to do a big jump. Nothing really happened there, so we'll do another big jump. And if you don't get all blocks, just keep jumping. You can just keep jumping here and it's fine until it's all blocks. Okay, so let's go over what's involved in this wrap so far. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ball, wait for him to go, hit right to fall down to here. Now we do like a little jump to stand up and a big jump to make the whole screen blocks. The next step is we tap right until something happens. We just look for movement here. So tapping right, tapping right, tapping right, tapping right, tapping right. I saw a little bit of movement. Okay, do a little jump by hitting A. Hold left and B. And you're through the door. And we're at Norfair. This saves us the entire walk from Ice Beam, climbing up, going through that hallway, going down, coming right back to here. And instead we just take a direct route to here. This probably saves a minute or more. I haven't really timed it, but maybe a minute or 2 minutes. So let me go over all the steps one more time. It's pretty easy. I highly recommend doing this rather than walking around. Are these one frame taps? No, Purple Mario. They're just tapping down and up, down up. Let's get in the door. Down up, down up, down up, down up, down up, down up. You can be really slow about it. But not too slow, or that'll happen. Don't be too slow. Always hit up very quickly after you hit down. Okay, we got off the wall. Go to ball, wait for him to go to the right. Tap right to get out of the wall. Do a little jump to stand up. Do a huge jump, the biggest jump as you can, and the whole screen will be blocks. Then we tap right. Tap, 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 tap. Something happened. Do a little tiny jump with A. Doesn't matter really. And then just hold left and start mashing B, and you'll get through the door. It's very, very easy. Very easy. The thing that can go wrong, you don't want to do this, is as you're leaving here, you don't want to go too far to the right. Like at one time I thought you could come out here and freeze this dude, but as you come out here, look at all these bugs that just came out. There's bugs here. They came out of this room somehow, and they came here and here. Or maybe these are the same ones as this one, and they're just wrapped, but they all like swarm out of this room and enter this room. Don't leave the door area, so you never want to go like right past this point or so, or they can just come out just as you enter this room. And if things go wrong, you can go back in here, reset everything. Like just go in here and come back out, and everything will be reset. So here, don't go any. There's no reason to go right from here. Just open the door and get stuck in it, and that's it. That was 14. Go ball. Wait for him to move out of the way. We go right out of the wall. Little tap jump to stand up, and then one big jump. I just hold A the entire time there, and the whole screen is blocks. We tap right until you see movement. Let me do something. Well, then you do tap jump and then hold left and B and it's done. Let me do it wrong and it'll be a soft lock, but it's actually kind of hard to do wrong. Tap jump to stand up, huge jump to make it all blocks. And let's say I was tapping right, let's say I just hold right here and I just walk off of everything or something. I don't know, I don't even know how to fall down. I'm hitting random buttons, but I'm trying to get down far enough. Or I know how I can mess it up. You can fall on the Ripper. Let's say you fall on the Ripper, maybe it'll mess up. Yeah, I got hit there. And then... yeah, all of a sudden I can't scroll those blocks down anymore. And it's probably a soft lock at this point. And if you fall and you see the gray stuff underneath all these orange blocks, then you've gone way too far down. Got hit again by something. Anyways, it's really easy. If you feel uncomfortable doing this and you want to just walk to Norfair like normal, you probably want a good way to get out of this pit. Because we don't have high jump here, right? So there's a couple ways to get out of here. I like to use an audio cue. This probably no one uses this but me, but listen to the music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, jump. So it's the second beat of 4. It gets you out easily every time. Some people do like a big jump. 1, 2, 3, and then a little hesitate, and then a big jump, and that gets you out as well. Most people do that. I use the audio cue, just because I'm weird. And then you would, go to Norfair like usual. Back to where the missiles were, and then right, and then down the elevator. But we're gonna take the wrap here, because it's way, way faster, and it's pretty easy to do this. It's not 100% guaranteed, but I would say it's 99% if you follow everything that I've said here. It's like 99% guaranteed, and if you fail, you just soft lock. You can go back to the start of the game and hope you can get through Norfair with 30 health. No, you can probably pick up an E-tank or something. here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ball, go, because he's out of the way. A little jump to stand up. Huge jump to make the blocks go down. Tap right until you see movement. We tap right. Saw a little movement. Tap jump. Hold left and shoot the door. And you're back to Norfair. I highly recommend this route. It's very easy, very consistent. We're going to go to Norfair. And by getting the E-Tank and the Ice Beam first, we get to do Norfair with up to 199 health and an Ice Beam, so that can be handy. One thing I didn't mention on that Ice Beam wrap, and all this Ice Beam wrap stuff I learned from Spider Waffle, by the way. Those two rippers, those two enemies, like the guy you have to dodge and the other guy in the lower right, those correspond to the blue guy and the yellow guy coming up, whether they go clockwise or counterclockwise. I'll point those out when we get there, but just keep that in mind. If you really want to manipulate everything, it's purely optional if you do that, but these little yellow and blue guys, especially here, we got a counterclockwise one because the ripper that we dodged was moving left when we wrapped him off the screen. And if you notice which ways the rippers are moving when you're doing that wrap, you can already know in advance which way these blue and yellow guys are going to go. So if you know that blue guy's going counterclockwise, you want to come this route or something. So coming into this room, there's two things that can happen. He can come at you like this, and in that case you just do a big jump over everything, and maybe you go down this way, maybe you take the top route. Now that I know the blue guys are going counterclockwise, there's going to be a blue guy here, so we have to maybe kill that guy. Maybe he'll drop some missiles, maybe not, doesn't really matter. This guy here is important to note. I haven't mentioned so far, but you want to start every run on a fresh power on. So, you know, power on, boom. Or if you're on console, hit the power button to start the game. Don't hit reset. Because that'll give you, well, for me it gives me good pattern. And then every time you die after that, it gets cycled forward by 1. So you just need to figure out what it is for you. I don't know if every emulator and console and power packs are the same, but just figure out what your Ridley pattern is. Even with the Ice Beam, it doesn't really matter if you get bad pattern because you can just freeze the shots. In this category, it doesn't matter so much. But it's nice to know if you're on good or bad Ridley pattern. The good pattern is where he arcs the shots over you and you can just stand under them and just blast away at him. The bad pattern, the shots are kind of in front of them and you have to freeze them all. But then you can stand on them and shoot him, but you still have to freeze them a couple times. I think bad pattern is definitely going to be slower. And you know we have good Ridley pattern right now because of this. This guy is jumping short. He can also jump up to here or maybe even middle. But if this is short, Ridley is on a good pattern. You want to shoot a couple of these blocks out, go through here, walk through there, walk to here, do a little jump, do a little jump. Alright, I'm going to go down here, dodge those guys. Alright, here we're going to wrap again, or if you have bombs, there's a way to bomb over here somewhere. One of these blocks and you just keep bombing downwards. I don't have bombs right here, so the first thing actually I want to do is open the door and I want to do a couple wraps just to move the camera up because that kind of makes it easier. So just do a couple up downs while you're waiting on the door. It doesn't cost any time and it moves the camera up a bit, and you don't want to go too far into the wall, so we look pretty good there. You don't want to be like this far in, like that's too far. You'll get stuck in the wall if you're this far in. But here we go, let's get stuck in the door and actually do what I said, move the camera up a bit. That makes it easier. Alright, let's do the wrap. It's just the same thing, down, up, down, up, down, up. You want to make sure your ups are very quickly after your downs. That's the only important part. Keep hitting it up and down. If you're not that fast, it's fine. Just go at your own speed. And then once you get here, and you want to go out of the wall, bounce to the right, go through here, and you can bounce to the right again and go through here. Easy stuff. Alright, just go fast here. I didn't go fast enough there, so fast. That makes that guy go. See when I hesitated, he goes straight down. When I go full speed, he comes to the right. That's what you want him to come to the right, so he'll go after you if you're close. And if we hesitate too long and then go, he'll just go straight and it becomes harder. So if we hesitate here and then go, he's gonna hit you. So we just go full speed here. Big jump, big jump. Big jump over everything here. Big jump. Little jump. Medium, big jump, big jump. Jump over this guy and then go. Kind of land on the left edge. And if you could hit there, that's fine. And there you go. So again, it's a big jump. Go fast. You just want to keep holding left here, basically, to make it easy. A lot of times going fast is the safest way. Jump over this guy. And go. And if you go fast there and do a big jump, you'll jump over that guy as well. That room's pretty easy. Still in Norfair, but now we're going to Ridley's lair with 175 health and no missiles. Alright, here's where stuff gets real. I haven't mentioned so far, but all enemies in a zone will do a certain amount of damage based on the zone. So in Brinstar, everything does 8 damage. In Norfair, which is where we just were, everything does 10. And here in Ridley's lair, everything does 24. Including the boss Ridley also does 24. So you have to keep that in mind. So here's another part where I'll mention a place where you would veer off and go get an E-tank that I normally wouldn't get, but if you want an extra E-tank, you could go, if you had bombs, you could go left here, and there's an E-tank to the left. I think it's, and there's like a hidden, yeah, there's that hidden gap. I'll maybe do like my run afterwards, and then maybe a safe route afterwards as well, once we're done. But E-tank left here if you have bombs. If you don't have bombs, if you want to beat it with 3 E-tanks, go this way. And a couple different things can happen in here. These ceiling guys, they both came here, so you just do a big jump over them. That's one thing that can happen. That's really the most of the room is these 2 ceiling guys. I don't know if I can get different patterns here. Okay, there's a kind of a different pattern. It's the same thing really, you just do a big jump and then do a big jump here, and that guy will go to the left. And you just keep holding right there and walk over the bug depository things. So if they both come, you just jump over both of them. We can just walk over that as usual. So yeah, so this is a pattern that happens a lot. You just have to know the various different patterns. You can just walk over here and across. You want 2 bugs here, do a jump here, juke those guys, and then go across. And then you can go fast here, something like this. And then you jump when he jumps, and then you're through. Also, since you have Ice Beam, you could just be freezing any of this stuff that you don't feel comfortable with. If this stuff is hitting you, just freeze it. Just walk here, this is good. Get the 2 bugs. Do a little juke there, jump over this. You could freeze that guy if you want. That just makes me mess up though. Freeze that guy if you want. And there you go. But even with no Ice Beam, you can do this room pretty easily. Jump that dude. Big jump here, so he'll go left. Walk here, grab 2 bugs. Jump here, juke them. Jump there, and then you want to jump when the ceiling guy jumps. Is the safest strat. Just jump when he jumps, and then go. There's a lot of different patterns that can happen. This is a very important room. I would spend some time on it. There's a lot of different things that can happen, and of course, if you want to just play it safer, you can just freeze everything in the room. Freeze that. Well, I wouldn't recommend freezing those because then you get messed up bugs there, but yeah, maybe freeze. Jump that guy. Yeah, freezing stuff just always makes me get hit, so I just like to go fast. It seems easier. Big jump over these. Don't freeze the bugs, I don't think, is the key. Block here. Do a little jump, grab 2 bugs. Do a big jump, juke those 2 bugs, jump over that dude. You can walk over that guy, and then just jump when this guy jumps. Easy peasy. Right, next room. There's a couple different things you can do in here. You can just, you know, play it safe, freeze that guy, go down here, maybe collect that drop, maybe go here, right, left, maybe get that guy, and then here's the door you want here. If you really want missiles, you could farm some missiles here. Another thing you could do is just ball and hold right here, and land there, and come down here. I don't know what to do after that. Something like that would work. That's another way. You want this, as you enter this ballroom, you want this, the best pattern is for this ball to bop you as you enter the room. So I'm not going to talk about this bug room, but if you're low health or something, you can farm these guys, you can get some health. If you want some missiles for the ballroom. With 180 health, we do not need missiles for the ballroom. It's very easy to just tank the balls and not shoot any of them. We'll be freezing one of them, but that's about it. So here, I'll just do this room one more time. We can go here, we can go here. We can freeze that guy if you want, or just go fast. It doesn't really matter. Maybe here, maybe get a missile drop there or not. It doesn't matter because we have health. Usually, when you come into this room, this ball goes boop boop, and you get hit for 24 instantly. You have to have 25 health or more entering this room, unless you really know what you're doing, and in that case, you probably don't need this tutorial. But most times, like 9 times out of 10, you'll probably get that ball hitting you on the way in. So you'll just take an automatic 24 damage. That's fine. We hold left, we wait for that guy to go over, we wait for that guy to go over, and then we go in here. We go down this hallway, and I just go morph ball here and follow them. Sometimes you'll only be following 2 of them, and then another one will come. If that's the case, I can't really get that to happen right now. But you would just, as it comes, you just kind of juke it every time. Let me see if I can get it to happen. Yeah, you would just do something like this. Just dodge them. Dodge it. Something like this can happen as well. You should be prepared for that. Anyways, what happens most of the time for me is you come in here and you dodge those, go morph ball, and you just follow these 3 balls down the hallway. Then you want to stop on the last tile here. Stop here. Wait for it to pass you and then go. Wait for all that stuff to clear. And we're going to take a hit there, that's fine. We're going to jump up here, dodge it to the right. We have so much health that it doesn't matter if we're getting hit here. You can just ham your way through it. Jump in the lava, get your iframes, jump through that one, wait for that one to go, and we're through. Notice that we took like 100 damage only, getting through the whole thing, and I went pretty ham on everything. It's better to even take your health lower if you can on purpose, but that's kind of more advanced because it'll make the death warp after Ridley faster. Don't worry about that. Unless you really want to save those seconds. For the race, just do something like this. It doesn't matter if you get hit here, just jump over this. Here you can freeze this one and then unfreeze it, and you'll only take 1 hit there instead of 2 hits. That's kind of a move you can do. But the pattern is usually the same. As long as you do the same thing, you'll get the same result in most cases. If not, just dodge. If any of these balls go to the right, just dodge them. And you want to stop here, then go. Dodge all, wait for these all to clear, then go. You can take a hit there, that's fine. Take another hit, that's fine. Freeze that, because I'm getting kind of low, so that I only take 1 hit there. We're down to 55, just watch your health, and jump in the lava. This is plenty of health, 51, perfect. Let's keep going. Another strategy would be, man, I saved already, but in the narrow vertical part in that hallway, if you were to happen to get a missile drop, use the missiles in the narrow vertical part. Just shoot straight up a couple missiles, and you can get through the narrow vertical part of the ball part there. So here we go. Next room. If you have a missile here, I would shoot these guys. If not, this is a common pattern. When they both come, you just kind of... There's a couple different patterns that can happen here. Here's another one. When you get this one, you wait for him to jump, then you go. You wait for him to jump, and then you go. That's basically always going to be the case. Wait for them to go, or go fast. Jump when he jumps, go again, jump when he jumps, and keep going. Let me see if I can get the other pattern somehow. There's a couple different patterns. Just save state here, mess around with the iron. Here it is. Go to the edge here, they'll both come, then jump over both of them. Alternatively, you could freeze whatever, but I find it easier just to know the patterns of their jumps, because once I start freezing them, bad things like this start happening, and then I don't know. This just seems more chaotic to try to freeze them. If you just know how they move, there's only two patterns really here. There's jump when he jumps, go again, jump when he jumps, and then keep going. That's one of them, and the other one is just they'll both come and you jump over both of them. Let me see if I can get that one more time. That's pattern one. Didn't get it again. Maybe if we jump up here. I can't get the other one, but you just jump over both of them. I've showed it a couple times so far. Here it is. Go to the edge, jump over both. That's it. Really easy. When you get that one, this one will often follow you, so don't panic. Just keep moving. And just keep making the jumps. Don't even look at him, really. If you fall in the lava, that's fine. Just even if you take some damage, that's okay too. There's plenty of room for mistakes here. Just walk off there. Here you ball, hit up, land here, and then jump over him when he jumps. Is the easiest way. You could freeze this guy as well if you want. If you're good at freezing people, freeze more stuff. If you're not, I think freezing is more risky because you can you can unfreeze them by accident. So I prefer just avoiding everything. This is Ridley's room. You want to have 25 health kind of coming in here. So let's do the room more cleanly and try to get there with 25 health or more, because Ridley can hit you as you enter, and there's not much you can do about it. So just walk off here, do a little jump here, medium jump, walk, medium jump, ball, and then hit up to slow your... If you just try to ball across this, you won't make it. You have to ball like to here, and then hit up, and then make it the rest of the way. Hitting up stops your vertical velocity there. So it can slow you down if you hit up and get out of ball there. You can't just ball across here. Also, I didn't mention something. Let me mention something at the end here. So we got both of them. Jump over both. This is an important room to practice. Don't panic if he follows you. He didn't follow me though. Walk, little jump, medium jump, walk, medium jump, ball, and then you want to go when he goes. As soon as he goes straight down is when you want to start moving in the ball, because he's locked into this vertical thing while you're getting over to here. So you don't want to go too early, or he's going to sense you and go to the right and maybe hit you into the lava here, in which case you would have to have enough health to like walk under the lava here and get back up to here. But you don't want that to happen, so just do a little hesitation, wait for him to go straight down, and then you go. Also notice that the ceiling jumper is jumping low. If he's jumping high, you're about to get bad pattern on Ridley, but this guy is jumping low, so we're about to get good pattern on Ridley, which we already knew from that other jumper earlier, who also was jumping low. Let's go save state here. You want to ball into Ridley's room so that you get under these shots. There you go. Alright, we're perfectly safe here. Once we've reached this point, it's basically free unless you were to like be crazy and like do a super big jump and then get knocked into the lava or something. But at this point we're completely safe. This is good pattern. This is where he shoots all the things in an arc over you, and you can just stand underneath them. The best way to mash is holding B. I like to hold it with my right pinky and mash select with my index finger, and you get a lot better mash. It's more of a like a rhythmical mash. It's not really full speed mashing. And this is the safe strat. Just stand here. Don't even move. Alternatively, if you're comfortable with jumping, you can jump when he jumps. But yeah, it's always just ball in here. Pass the shots, stand up, and start mashing select while holding B. If you have any missiles while you're mashing select, they will all fire as well. And you can throw in some jumps if you're comfortable. I don't know if it's really that much faster. The fastest way is just to get a really good rhythm, and you kill him pretty quickly like that. At this point out in the safe route, you would go left, bomb into that door right there, which I can't get to because I don't have bombs, but there is an E-tank quite a bit to the left. You would go grab that and then death warp. But we're just gonna do my route, and if you need to add any safety, just add E-tanks or bombs at your discretion. Otherwise, there would be way too many routes to go over. One other thing, do we want to see bad pattern or no? Well, if you're on bad pattern, let's say we die once, things went bad. Remember, after the fresh power on, for me, the very first game is without dying is good pattern, and now for me this should be bad pattern. This is just something that I've already checked. It might be different for you. You'll just have to check on your own. I'm not sure. Here we go. Let's go back there with just 30 health. Wait a minute. I'm gonna need some missiles for ball hallway. Jump over this guy or freeze him. Whatever you want to do there. I'm gonna be careful here because you don't want to take any hits here. I'm gonna need missiles, so maybe kill a couple of these guys. There's two. Let's keep going down. With this low health to do ball hallway, let's say like a disaster happens and you're like, oh man, I died. How do I get through ball hallway? I don't have 180 health this time. If that were to happen, we'll still get the same. We'll try to do it with 50 health and 4 missiles. It should be not that different. We can still take one more hit because we have 26 health. You just want to actually just ball here, follow these, and stop on the last tile, let them all pass. Save your missiles for later. Okay. If you get in trouble, like probably here you're gonna need something like that. And then here's the vertical hallway I was talking about. Missile anything that comes through there. You can also take a hit or freeze them. That's fine as well. Here we can go lava, use iframes, and go. Here we're a little risky because we have 22 health. So here with 2 missiles, I would missile these guys. Just to practice that timing. It's not too bad. Now we're back up to 27 health, which is great. Don't pick up any more health. 27 is perfect. Because everything does 24 anyway, so 5 extra health is not going to make a difference. Oh, we got bad pattern. I forgot. Okay, so that caught me off guard. That's why it's really good to know if you're on good or bad pattern. It caught me off guard because I never see that guy jump high, because I always just get here with without dying. Little hiccup there. And I believe after bad pattern for me is another bad pattern. Like it's good, bad, good. Oh, look at the drops. Probably freeze that guy, yeah. Something like that. Probably use some missiles on these guys. These guys got lag as well, so it's good to kill them. Grab those, or not, you know, it doesn't matter. Probably just get a missile ready for this guy. If you don't have one, then let's pretend like we don't have a missile, we just freeze him, there you go. That's probably the best way, and then do the same thing here, wait till he goes, and I failed it again, man. It's really not that hard, but if that happens, just do this. And it happened again! Accident prone Yogi. Alright. I'm hitting up way too early. But this is good. This is a good place to practice, and it's good to know a lot of different things that can happen here. Missile, go right here. No time to grab that missile. Kill everything in this vertical. Okay, we didn't get any drops at all. This is good. So even with no drops, we can still easily get through with iframes there. Ooh, that was cutting it a little close there on the iframes. The lava makes you invincible as you jump out of the lava. I'll probably use a missile here. No. Just go. Don't panic when he's following you. And something like that. That's where you save your missile. Save your missile for an emergency like that. Alright, we'll just save it here. And you can jump over him, freeze him, or whatever. All go. Jump over him. There you go. Hopefully here Ridley doesn't give me, because that is possible. Oh, we have bad pattern here, which I never get, but... Oh, yeah. Okay, so you want to freeze them all here. I have no experience fighting this bad pattern, but this is something that can happen if you were to die or something. So let's just see what this pattern is. You basically just mash and then freeze them all, and then go ham on him with selects. Watch them to dethaw. Once they dethaw, get off and freeze them all again. This is slower, get that better. Get off of them, freeze them all again. Oops, at this point I would just go here. And he's dead. There you go, that's bad pattern. Where he just kind of throws them in like a sine wave instead of an arc. Again, there's an E-tank to the left here. I would grab that now if you're going safer strats. There's basically 3 E-tanks I recommend. One is here, one is in Kraid's lair, and the other one is at the beginning of Ridley's lair here. So beginning of Ridley's, when you go to the left at the entrance, this one after Ridley, that's 2, and then there's one in Kraid's. Those are the 3 extra ones that I don't get. And that would take you up to 6 E-tanks, which is just, it should be enough. And if it's not, then I guess get Various Suit as well, and I guess I'll show how to get that later. Because there is a way to get it without any items. You can do a wrap and get the Various Suit without getting long jump or whatever you need, or without doing bomb jumps. So here we go, we defeated Ridley. I kind of wanted a... I kind of wanted to just be... No, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. I kind of wanted it to be good pattern, but nah, let's just wing it. It doesn't really matter what the pattern is. After the pattern is done, and then the pattern doesn't really matter anymore. Okay. Mashing selects, holding B. It's just a rhythmic mashing, you just gotta get used to it. Let's get off and refreeze everything. Doesn't matter if they're neat. I don't even know if I have good mash here, because I'm used to fighting bad pattern. At this point, I just go past them or something. Or you could stand on them. Standing on them is probably faster, because then you don't have to stop damage. Alright, after you beat Ridley, you get 75 missiles up there. And we have a nice low amount of health, so we're going to take a death warp. Boom! And here you want to mash start on the password when the password comes up. Take the elevator back to Norfair. And another death warp takes us out of Norfair. 3 hits on that guy. Remember, Norfair enemies do 10 damage, and we have 30 health when we resurrect, so gotta get hit 3 times there. And Brinstar enemies do 8 damage, so we're gonna have to get hit 4 times here to go back to the start of the game. It's just 3 death warps in a row. Takes you back to the start. Gotta get hit on that guy 3 times and that guy once. If not, you can get hit on the second guy twice. I'm not gonna go over these death warps too much. Pretty easy stuff. Alright, we're back at the beginning of the game with Ice Beam, 1 empty E-Tank, and 75 missiles and 30 health. Oh, these guys are zoomers. Yeah, that's right. Same kill here. You wanna not scroll the screen, grab the drops. We're headed to get the E-Tank. So I don't think we can get it from the left. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you have to go over here and scroll the screen off and get him back. Like probably like right here is good, yeah? Okay, we have to go a little further than that. Yeah, so somewhere at the end of this block here we have to go to get this guy to respawn. Let's find the exact tile here. This dark one? Yeah, so I think it's this dark tile right here. The third tile from the end. We have to go at least this far to get this scree to respawn up here. Okay, so we have to go here, and then he's respawned. And then you freeze him, jump on him, shoot that. I like to do the normal jump to get that, but you can get it with spin if it's high enough. Alright, so now we've got 299 energy, and we have to go kill Kraid now. Nothing too tricky about this part. Just practice freezing the guy, because if you freeze him too high, you can't jump on top of him, etc. Like freeze him up there, you can't get up that far. Even that's probably too high. And then if you keep freezing and unfreezing him, eventually he'll die, and you'll have to go back to here, grab a new one, and freeze him a lot lower. That's a little too high still. Right there is good. And then boom. Just practice that a little bit. It's not too bad. So now we have to go back to Kraid's, aka Craig's. And best way is here. Don't go in too far. You want to stay. You don't want to be stuck in the wall as usual. Also, something I mentioned that I don't really do, but you can do it, other people do it, is you jump into the door as it's closing. It saves like so little time. But yeah, you can start like a couple wraps up if you are up here, like up here when the door closes on you. But I usually just don't worry about it. So again, wrap through the screen or bomb through, depending. We're gonna wrap. And remember, use 2 hands on this. Left thumb on up, right index finger on down. So here I wrapped too far. Now the Ripper is gonna hit me. Or not. But he can. I think he can hit you if you wrap too far. You want to wrap as little as possible, so like as soon as you see yourself at the bottom there, you want to stop. And then go more falling down the wall. And there you go. You'll dodge that Ripper like most of the time, unless you wrap really far. This takes us down the Kraids. Very nice music incoming. Now you can do crades with without getting that ceiling E-tank. I don't really recommend it, but it is possible. So you can watch either one of my. I'll highlight a run eventually of that, or Infested Rich has a run of that too, where he skips the ceiling E-tank and he just gets the E-tank in the fight with Kraid before he fights Kraid. But that is questionably too risky for the race, I'd say. And I'll tell you why coming up here. At the beginning here, we just do a little jump, get over to here. Actually, to go even faster, we could just go here and then something like that. We want to be ball. If we're not ball, we fall down into here. So remember to be ball, and then it's just right, lefts. It's let me see if I can get this. Right, lefts, straight, and then right. Just practice this. It's pretty tricky. Right, left. You can get through this whole fall really fast if you just don't get hit by anything like that. And here, what's getting us into here is this ability to hit up out of ball. That slows you down. You can even jump out of that. Like, I haven't gone over that, but if you roll off a ledge in ball form and hit up, you can jump for quite a long time after that. Let's go up, and then you can even... Let's go somewhere else. You can even hit up and then fall a really great distance and then still jump out of it. That's a good move to know. I didn't go over that, and I didn't go over up-down jump. Notice whenever you go into Morph Ball, let me pause it at the right frame if I can. Well, anyways, right there, I Morph Balled, and then I got out of it, and then look, I raised half a tile here. So if you go up-down, I'm kind of lifting myself off the floor, and you can jump out of that. And if you do it fast enough, up down A, it's like, I don't know if this is frame perfect or what, but if you're super fast, you can get a really high jump out of that. Higher than your normal jump. Can I jump here? I can jump there. That's not a good test. But the good test is Kraid's cheesy lava in Kraid's room. You can actually jump out of that with this kind of jump if something were to go horribly wrong and you get knocked in or something. You can use this down-up jump to jump out of that cheesy goodness in Kraid's room. Anyways, back to Kraid's lair. You want to go boom, boom, dodge, dodge, dodge. Yeah, you want to just fall straight there. That's important. Dodge. And then it's basically this tile right here on the... And it's also this tile right here you want to be on. So you want to dodge these ledges. But if these ledges aren't here, you want to be on that fourth tile, so dodge and then straight down, and then you hit up to stop your fall and get into here. Even if you miss getting into here, you have Ice Beam, you can get to here and then freeze this dude and then jump off of him. That's the way out if you fail, or if you fall like all the way down, then you're kind of in trouble because you have to... Well, no, you can climb your way out, I guess. It's a little tricky though. Can I make that jump? Okay, good, you can make that jump. Okay, so that's what you do if you fall way too far. Open the door. I never mentioned 5 missiles to open red doors, 10 missiles to open orange doors, and just a regular shot to open blue doors. I'm sure everybody knew that though. So let's go in here. There's things you can do in this room. You can just freeze these guys if you're good at freezing. That's what I would probably recommend. There's gonna be one more here. I would like to freeze here. See if this guy... Okay, this guy is a low jumper. This guy is important. This guy determines the Kraid boomerang patterns, which I don't know if people knew about this, but I kind of figured it out the other day. Someone somewhere probably knew. But this guy can jump. Right now he's a short jumper. He can also jump like really far like this. That's a high jumper, I call him. This is a low jumper. what is this guy called? Side Hopper, I think is this guy's name. But he's a low jumper. That means Kraid is just gonna wing the boomerangs at the door, basically. If he's a high jumper, then Kraid does the middle boomerang that doesn't really come close to the door. And it's a lot easier if this is a high jumper in a couple places. I'll try to die afterwards and show you the differences. But for now, let's just go through and remember that this guy is a low jumper. Also, you can missile these guys. Let's do the other strat. You can just missile everything. Just keep moving, keep jumping, keep missiling. And if an enemy drops a drop and you don't collect it, the new guy won't spawn. Let's freeze that dude. You can missile or freeze these guys. Also, you want to freeze them if they're coming at you at the door like that, because they'll bop you as you're going through the door. Unless you can scroll them off the screen in time. So we skip a door there and go down to this door. This room is... people have trouble in this room, but it's pretty easy. You just want to missile this guy, missile this guy, missile this guy, and then you're pretty much done. Just ball and roll across. Watch out for that explosion. So again... or you could kill that guy, missile that guy, missile that guy. There's a bunch of different things you can do, and then ball across this gap. You just hold left there. That's all I'm doing there. I'm just holding lefts in morph ball form. So missile, 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 and then ball across. Hold left. Here we can probably freeze this guy. Remember the guy from before? He was a short jumper on the ceiling. This side hopper coming up is also going to be a short jumper. And sometimes there is a scree on the ceiling up here. I don't see him here. I don't think he's here. But if he was here, you would aggro him and then freeze him by shooting up. We'll try to get him later though. Just freeze everything here. And if a guy comes, just freeze him there. Boom. Okay, either a quick freeze there or a quick missile to take out that guy and then roll under him. We're approaching Kraid's room. Remember both of those short jumpers, the side hoppers. Remember the short jump tells us that Kraid is just going to lob the boomerangs at the door. That doesn't really affect our strategy. We've got 279 health. The strategy with 279 health is just push into Kraid by holding B left if you're on the right side of him, B and right if you're on the left side of him, if you get bopped over to the left side, and then just mashing select. I think the best strategy, like the best, fastest strategy here is just go ham on him. Let's refreeze this guy before we go through so we don't take the 20 damage. Everything in here does 20 damage. Don't even worry about anything, just push into him. Make sure, if there's a thing, you want to like jump over it. Oh man, this is going badly. Because this thing is getting... I froze that thing in a really bad spot. That was the problem there. I'll show you a safer strat afterwards, but once you get going, this becomes easier. Once you freeze the middle spike on him, yeah, look how fast he died, and I only took like 200 damage. I started with 279, so actually I took what, like 180 damage or so. This is one strat. This is probably the fastest strat. Just push into him. Just kind of mash buttons. Doesn't matter too much. Mashing, holding left and B and mashing select. You'll mash your missiles into him. And there I took like a very low amount of damage. I ended up with 119, which means I only took about 160 or so. Which means I took 8 hits. He does 20 damage per hit. The safer strat, he's gonna also notice the boomerangs he throws. Remember I said they were gonna be lobbed at the door. Here they are. And he indeed is lobbing them right here at the door. Those are the long ones that come from the short jumpers earlier. We'll try to get the other pattern later. There's only 2 patterns in Kraids. But the safer strat would probably run in and try to shoot this middle. No, not like that. You want to shoot the middle spike. Let's watch the pattern. Let's just get in the lava and watch the patterns for a while. So he shoots 2 boomerangs at the door, and then he shoots a round of 3, a round of 3, and a round of 2. So here it is, 3, 3, 2. And the 2 is, I think, high mid. 3, 3. Oh no, it doesn't. It's random 2, I think. That time it was high low. 3, 3, 2, and then there's a pause. 3, 3, 2, pause, and then he reloads. That's good to notice. So you want to kind of come in here, maybe just dodge the first ones, and then try to freeze that one there. You can just go here, and without pushing into him, you can just do the same thing. Put your back to this one so he doesn't push you around. You want to put your back to the one that you froze, and if you lose it, just go ham on him. That was actually really close. I had 279 health. Okay, you want to freeze it back here. Actually, you could just shoot missiles into him here. This is another strategy. I prefer the pushing into a method. With putting your back to that frozen thing so so you don't get knocked around. Yeah. If you have 279, if you have less, like if something went horribly wrong, then I'll show you something you can do, but it's good to know, but it's probably not really race safe. It's the easiest way. Just push into him. Or you could freeze one and then get to the left of it, which is tricky, and then do the same thing. About. There you go. Alright, another thing you can do, I don't recommend this at all, but if you're good at this, you can freeze all the boomerangs, wait for 3, 3, 2, and then go down here and get the E-tank. This is hard and not recommended. But if you're in an emergency situation, this is something you can do if you need the health and have no other way. So freeze 3, 3, 2, get the E-tank, and I froze those way too low. They blocked me. This is why it's dangerous. Bad things can happen. You want to freeze them high up there. But you can do this. Just practice that with Crate not in the room if you want. 3, 3, 2, then we go. Now we have the E-tank. And we can 3, 3, 2, jump out of here. Do the same thing, push into him. And with this much health, it's like super free. Anyways, if you want, you can after you kill him, you can practice in this room to get this E-tank. Basically, you ball. I didn't go over the steps, but you ball, you fall, you hit up, and then you jump out of it while you shoot. So it's like ball, fall, up, jump, shoot. I just hit A and B when the pistol is lined up with the block I'm shooting there. I just hit A and B at the same time. Alright, once you have the block shot, go up here, ball, and then fall in. You just fall and hold right. And don't let the block close on you, because this is a soft lock. That I just learned about right now. Don't let the block close on you. You could do it during the fight. I don't recommend it. That's like if something goes terribly wrong in Crades and that's your only option, then maybe learn it. But otherwise, you're gonna have to go find another E-tank somewhere. Or maybe just save the E-tank at the beginning of Crades for later. If you're doing a safer route, you might want to save that E-tank for later in case something goes bad. But then again, if you have it earlier, then something probably won't go wrong because you'll have so much health. But yeah, it's just ball, fall, hit A and B at the same time, get up to here. And I don't know why I had so much downward velocity there. You can get out of this pit with a down-up jump. It's very, very fast. Down-up jump. It's kind of hard to do, and there it is. Otherwise, if you're just hitting A, I don't think you can get out of here without bombs. Yeah, You're not gonna make this jump just by hitting A. You're gonna need that quick down-up jump, and you can jump out of there. It's pretty, very, very fast. It's like maybe frame-based, down-up, jump, all within a few frames of each other. So there we go, E-tank, grab it. Just practice that. You can practice this in the room without the E-tank. So if you want to practice it, go here, shoot the block, go up here, get in the hole, and then get out. And you can do this as many times as you want. Just do some reps. Do this 100 times if you want. Do it 50 times. I don't know. I don't know how many times you need. You can also go from here. Boom. Get in there. Get out. Just practice this jumping out of a ball up and then jump. That jump, there's so much time on it. You hear a little click click when it works, so when I hit up I hear click click, and then you have a huge window after that to jump out of it. But yeah, just hit A and B at the same time when you're lined up. Boom. Up here, ball in, out. And then if you fail like this, down up jump to get out. Anyways, depending on your health now, you want to do a death warp. But first, should we show the other strats for high jumper? I'll do it with low health because that's the only way I can do it. We'll have to die here. So far, this was Crade's with low jumper. And we'll just pretend like we have a lot of health and then I won't get hit and things will be good. But let's just die on purpose. Alright, there we go. Okay, disaster happened and we died on Crade. Well, that's bad. Don't let that happen, first of all, but if it does, let's do the same thing. Go in here. They should alternate. It should be low, high, low, high, low, high every time you die. It ticks forward by one. This should be high jumper, I'm guessing. We'll know right here. He's high jumper, okay. So there we go. So what do we know? We know that's high jumper, so we know the next guy is going to be high jumper. The guy in this room. And that actually helps us because there's a strat you can do. Let's go in this room with probably a missile is better. And then just roll full speed like normal. We can freeze this guy. Since we know it's high jumper, we can do a different strat here. And where you just ball and roll. Hold left the whole way and you don't get hit. Ball and roll. Because we knew he was going to jump over us. The low jumper does hit you if you try to do that, so if you know which pattern you're on, you can do this strat. Ball, roll, hold left. It's very easy. Another thing, what else do we know about high jumper? Crade will give us middle boomerangs. With middle boomerangs, I can stand here all day and he's not gonna hit me. See? This is because high jumper. Now if you were to want to go after a certain pattern, you could just die. If you're on the wrong pattern, just die, and if you're on the right pattern, just go. Like say you were on short jumper and you wanted this pattern or something, you could just take a death, maybe pick up the E-tank afterwards, and then come here if you wanted a certain one. But if like things went horribly wrong, here you would grab the E-tank the same way that I was doing earlier without him here, but you have to do it right after the wave of 2. So it's 3, 3, I'm looking at his shots, 2, rest, 3, 3, 2, pause. See, there's a big pause after the 2, so 3, 3, 2, after the 2 we go, but probably not, we have to time it so that the boomerangs are better. It's better if you just enter the room. I think I was waiting too long and it messed the pattern up. 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, and then go. It's hard. It's hard. Don't try not to put yourself into this situation where you have to do this. 3, 3, 2. Now we can go. We should just freeze them. Yeah, always just freeze them. I was not freezing them because earlier I was trying to do it with no ice beam or something. Why can't I freeze them? Okay, there's one. There's two. Okay, yeah, freeze the boomerangs, man. Just freeze them. And then go after the group of 3, and then we got it. And then we're back in business. 2. I don't think these boomerang. Yeah, they can hit you, so just do a down up jump to get out of here. And you're out. Get over that, it's blocking me. Push your way in. Dash select. This is actually faster if you do it this way, but just don't do it this way. Just get the E-Tank after the fight. Okay, I killed him, now we get the E-Tank. And then you grab it. Boom. Then, if you have a low amount of health, like this 166, I would just die in this cheesy lava right here, and it would be fine. But if you have, if you just grab the E-Tank and you have full health, or maybe you have even more health than that from other E-Tanks, just go back to this jumper dude, he'll kill you in good time. At 20 damage a hit. Game over. Takes us back to the beginning of the layer. Right, we've already grabbed the ceiling E-Tank, the crate E-Tank, and the ice beam E-Tank. Let's get out of here. Now notice there's no health here, so it's not really hard to get to Mother Brains with 30 health, and the Metroids drop tons of health. So in most cases you should be fine. I guess you could run out of missiles, and that could be a problem, but the chances of that happening are not very high. Just kill these guys like normal, and then scroll the screen after they're dead and you've collected the drops. Could freeze everything now. Freeze that guy. Freeze that guy. Head into Mother Brain. And remember, if anything seems too risky, just grab more E-Tanks. Here's the one after Ridley. I mean, if you're grabbing more E-Tanks, you're gonna need bombs. So there's the one E-Tank after Ridley. There's one in Crades on the second door on the right, I think. And the third one I would grab would be the other one in Ridley's lair, which also needs bombs. We'll go over those later. We'll do like a super safe route after this. Those two doors on the left is where Mother Brains is. Alright, we can just freeze everything. Freeze that if you want. Freeze. Just keep moving. Don't have to freeze that, but took 8 damage there, that's fine. Doesn't really matter. Shoot both of the heads there, or you could use missiles if you were super rich. It's a little faster. Worry about that. Alright, there's some really efficient Metroid farming here. Again, Spider Waffle told me about this. And what you want to do as you enter is go left and then right and fall to here and then shoot up. And boom, we get 3. Metroids take 5 missiles, but you always want to freeze them first. If a Metroid catches you, your only options are bomb them to death, or get through a door, like an open door that's already open. If the door is not already open, you can't shoot anymore. Like if he grabs you, boom, and you don't have bombs, you're done. They'll kill you pretty fast with 22 health, but So it's left and hold right and fall to here, and then just the safe way, if there's a bunch of Metroids on the screen, just hold up and shoot. And we killed them all in the same frame, so they're all gonna have the same drop, so we got 3 health drops there. Alternatively, if you wanted like a chance at different drops, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, kill that one, and then kill those 2. I think there I got 1 missile and 2 health, actually. So if you want to like mix the drops up, you can do something like that. I still only used, how many missiles there? I used 4 to weaken them all, and then 1 on the left one and 1 on the right 2. So that was still only 6 missiles to kill 3 Metroids. Super good. Or you could just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get 3 drops there. Again, you want to be in the same, you want to drop to the same platform, just directly below us after this one, after the first one. So here, you just basically drop straight down, and then you get another 3-pack. This time it was all missiles. That's awesome. This orange door takes 10 missiles. If you shoot too fast at the Metroids or the door, they have iframes, so you'll waste a missile if you're shooting too fast. So again, this room is important. We just drop here, hold up, get them all frozen, boom, 5 shots. Try to not get missiles. Okay, there, I kind of hit the edge. I'm still gonna go bomb this because it's just not, these guys are just not that dangerous if you know where they are. With a little bit of practice you can get through. Here you always take 30 damage coming into here, so make sure you have more than 30 health here. And I would maybe, I don't like having this low health going into the next area, so let's at least get 100. But these are very inefficient to farm, so let's just skip most of them. If you get up like that, then you can get 2 at once, but I missed it. You could skip those as well. Usually you want to freeze this Spaghetti-O right here. It will appear here, and you can freeze it and jump off of it. So let me try to do that. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-Os. These are inefficient. Skip. And if you want safety, kill them. If you want speed, skip. Hold up. Yeah, there. This is a good one. And we get some good health for only 5 missiles. Yeah, you could also do that. Okay, coming into this room is not too hard. You have to have a bit of health because you'll take a few hits probably. You just want to go ball and go fast. Probably want to freeze this guy. He's caught me before if I didn't. Faster, I'm gonna die. There can only be 3 rings on the screen, so if you see 3 rings, you're safe. Let's fall here, start shooting. There we go. Gonna alert him out. I forget the exact number of missiles you need entering the last room, but I would recommend about 100 at least. If you're not so good at the last room, maybe more, but if you're better, the better you are, the less missiles you need. But you do need 8 missiles minimum per, whatchamacallit, the walls that you have to break later. Alright, here we go. We're gonna do a jump over this one, and then, boom, we get a triple. So that's always the same. Big jump over this one, get a triple. Hopefully you get health with this many missiles. Okay, you don't want to jump too early or he grabs you. Just do a little jump over this lava and then a big jump over the Metroid. And again, I'm being too slow. This is more dangerous. A safer strat, you could just, just do that. Just shoot up and mash Ice Beam is always safe. If you want to do nice efficient farming strats, do something like that. If you want some more speed but more risk, Here we walk under it and then shoot up. That one's easy. That one's free. That one's safe to always get two at once there. Here it's big jump over it. Smash up. Here it's walk under it, shoot up. Once there's two. Here it's just shoot left till we get two. And that should be the last one. If you need more health, just run back to here, to the edge, and you'll get two more. Two at a time. And see how I did the, I wanted to get the drops, but I didn't want to fall, so I did the little, I do this ball jump to get the drops there. Okay, this is good. We've got 399 health and 114 missiles. That is perfectly fine. So here we come to the hardest room in the game. We've got rinkas, the little spaghettios, coming all over the place. Remember, there can only be 3 on the screen at once. And I'll mention this, although it won't be important because I doubt anyone will memorize all 20 patterns to this room, but there are... Bedrick said that CAC did know all 20 patterns to this upcoming room, so he just had all possible scenarios memorized. Which seems crazy. Don't worry about that, that's too hard. There's not enough time before the big 20. We'll just go through. You kind of want to go fast on this first one, so just gonna mash missile. There, we got it. You can freeze that one if you want. You can also do this jump like that and get through. That's pretty advanced. Otherwise, you just want to be safe and freeze things. The longer you take to break these, they regen health over time, but in the best case scenario, they take 8 missiles to break. Also, I find it helps to do a rolling jump to get a bunch of missiles into it. There we go. You just kind of want to... It's almost safer just to go fast on these first ones. Maybe let that pass, maybe go up here. No, I got shot there. You gotta practice this. It's pretty tough. You want to be very good at freezing these onion rings. And here I'm kind of trapped, so just kill one just so you can get out. Okay, there we go. I took one hit to kill that. And, oh, notice, I haven't mentioned this, but all the spawns are any tile with this little rectangle in the middle. And already we're playing way too dangerous, so let's safeten it up a little bit. This is the last one. The one you want to keep all of your attention on is this one right here. If you're standing here, this one will come and it will hit you if you're not ready for it. So you want to be like standing on the right edge here, ready to freeze it, because look, it's coming. Okay, it didn't come that time. It made a liar of me. Okay, when the two rings are close together like this, a single shot will freeze both of them. That's important to know. Now that they're all three frozen, we can get some damage in. That one left the screen, so a new one is coming. You could also pause buffer if things are getting out of hand and you wanna take it super safe. Pause buffering is the strategy. Here we wanna freeze these, and I let that one go. Refreeze this one maybe. Get some more damage on another ring. I don't like this one, I'm just gonna kill it. I didn't like how that one's going. Let's freeze this one in the wall here. I missed it. Instantly after I messed up on this one, I was ready for this one, so I backed up to here. Ready for that one, always. Always be ready for that bottom one. Here we're in a really good spot. We've got three frozen. None of them are coming towards this spot up here. Let's actually switch to missiles. It takes 1 missile to break the glass, 32 missiles to kill Mother Ring. Get some big damage in here. Okay, here we want to just drop down and freeze that one in the wall, like so, but I missed it. 3 on the screen, let's get some damage in. Let's freeze that one above me. There you go. There's many little tricks you can do in this room to make it a lot easier. You basically just want to keep control of the rings and keep freezing them. Let's go back and do that again. So I like to do the first ones, just kind of go ham on them. Played a little safe there. You can do a jump like that if you want and stay up here, just take some hits just to take it out faster, because doing it faster you'll probably take less hits if you can just kill it fast. A lot of times the safe strat is the fast strat. Okay, we took that one out without taking any. Let's try to... No, we didn't get up here. Let's abandon that plan and go down here. Oh man, we're taking a lot of damage there. Okay, got it. Also, you want to freeze them in good locations, like locations that will not block you from like getting through. Okay, that was an unnecessary shot that I didn't need to take. Let's freeze that one, and probably freeze this one. There'll be 3 on the screen when they leave. You can freeze that one from here. Kill that one. That one was gonna wreck me. Now we wait because there's only 1 on the screen. I'm just gonna kill that one. That's not a very good one. Let's escape for a second because things were getting out of hand there. Freeze that one. Yeah, I didn't respect. Again, I didn't respect that lower left spawn right there. You always gotta watch out for that lower left spawn. So let's just play it really safe this time and see how that looks. Tried to dodge in there, that's fine. Just take a few hits here and there. So, super safe. If you take really safe strats, you don't need as many E-tanks. You can just freeze everything. Okay, I took 1 hit there to kill it, that's fine. Sometimes you trade like that. You'll take a hit to kill the whatever it's called. Pillars. Freeze that one. That's a good one to freeze. And this one I could stand on that one and be safe. Notice the laser patterns. Like this laser will shoot lower right, this one will shoot down, this one will shoot lower. Like they're all kind of shooting the middle of the platform. You're kind of safe on the left of the platform, but you're even safer off here, standing on a ring. Make sure you learn this jump move as well. It comes in handy. I can't hit that one. That's a bad one. I'm gonna kill it. Let's freeze that one. Freeze that one. You can jump in the lava too. You don't take much damage in the lava. Let's get out of here and start killing this. Eat missiles. Okay, refreeze that probably. Refreeze that, and here we go. I'll let this one pass and shoot it. I'll take 1 hit to freeze it in a better location. Zepatites, that's right. The rings are called Rinkas. Kill that. Respect the lower left spawn. I don't like to leave the fast ones as well. There's fast ones and slow ones. Sometimes I just kill the fast ones and leave the slow ones on the screen. Because if you have slow ones, you can get a lot more damage. And on Mother Brain, like I don't like that one, I'll kill it. We'll freeze that one and probably squeeze in here and freeze that one. Notice how I was trying to freeze this one here. Instead of standing here and shooting up, that would have completely blocked me here, and I wouldn't have been able to get up here. So I went over here and I was trying to shoot it right so that I was on top of this diagonal so that I can get up later. But I accidentally shot an extra ice beam anyway, so it didn't matter. Just kill that, freeze a new one. Just get out before when they start flashing, and there we go. And going from here to here, you can just ball and roll over there, I guess. Or if you were really scared, you could do that jump. That's pretty easy too. Alright, escape. Pretty straightforward, you just have to practice it. I would recommend just like a normal jump there, and then if you have to jump from a platform that's above you, just do a rolling jump around like that. And you just have to practice it. I'm not the best at this, so just practice on your own. Good take this route. And you have to hit the elevator before 12 seconds are left, but I have 732 seconds left. It's not seconds, but whatever that time unit is. And there you go. That's 3 E-tanks, Ice Beam, and 5 missiles. You get 75 missiles from beating Kraid and 75 missiles for beating Ridley, which means the max missiles is 155. I don't know if I mentioned that. So if you were to farm missiles on the Metroids, you can go up to 155. And GG, enjoy your bikini-clad Samus for beating the game so fast. That was kind of my route that I take. So just an overview of the route. You get Morph Ball, you get the missiles, you head back up to the the E-tank that's out in the open by the Ice Beam, like to the right of the Ice Beam. Then you get the Ice Beam. Then you do the screen wrap to Norfair. Then you go through Norfair like normal and get to Ridley's. Then you kill Ridley, Death Warp, Death Warp, Death Warp, back to the start of the game. Get the Ceiling E-tank, kill Kraid, Death Warp back to the start of Kraid's, farm your health back up on Metroids, and kill Mother Brain after that. That's the route I would recommend. If you need any more safety, let's